What's up, internet? So today we got a Nulock smart lock alarm. So we're gonna unbox it and try it out and see if it's crap. Apparently it's a Bluetooth alarm, or a Bluetooth lock, and I guess it has an alarm on it too. There's the packaging, there's the back. I don't know if you can see it or not. Alright. So it comes in this little bag. Comes with a screwdriver, some stuff. There's a little baggie that it comes with. It's kind of cool, I guess. The password, you can like write it down or whatever. Instructions. Yeah. So we're gonna take this over to the bike, try it out. Okay, so here's the instructions to this thing. Looks like there's an app, and then you need batteries. I don't know. I don't think batteries come in this, actually. So...
What kind of batteries does it take?
3 AAA batteries, which I don't even think we own. So let's go ahead and download this app, too. What's it called? Just pause it. Okay, so we finally figured this thing out. It's actually really confusing. You have to scan the QR code, or whatever it's called, I think, to actually download the app on iOS or Android. And then once you have the app, then you do all of this crap.
So the app is called Nulock, right?
Yeah, but you have
the name of the...
Yeah, but you have to scan the QR code.
Okay.
So, anyway, I lost my train of thought. Once you have it in, so there's an order of operations when, like, you put the battery in. You want to keep the lock in, put the battery in, and then press this button. And when you press this button, then you can actually go here and hit scan. And then when you scan for it, it'll pop it up. And then there's the default password. The default password is 123456. You can change the password to whatever you want. Write it down on that little card. Anyways, once you have it, so right now it's in a locked position, so it's not going to come undone. Once you do that for the first time when you enter the password, it will be locked, and so you actually have to unlock it manually. So you can hit unlock. You hit unlock, and it makes a really awful sound, and then it'll flash blue, and that'll release it to lock. And then once you do that, it actually says connect failed, and so the next time you go to lock it, you hit the lock button again, and at this point, okay, yeah, so you can touch the lock, and it'll go back, and it's in the locked position. So there's a couple of other different features that you can do. There's like notification, vibration, auto unlock. I don't know what the auto unlock. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So auto unlock, I guess, is when your phone gets close to it. Yeah, and then so yeah, so when you're supposed to, yeah, so that's actually kind of neat. Anyway, you just got to remember that when it's unlocked like this, it'll always say connect failed because it's technically turned off when it's unlocked. So like, let's say we were gonna like lock something here. It also has a couple of different features, like if it's tampered with in any like real way. So let's say, let's like just like lock this to like my leg. Even though like, yeah, so. Alright, so now that it's in, it's going to beep as soon as I press this button to lock it.
Oh, that's so loud.
Yeah, it's obnoxious. It's really loud. And then it connects. And then once it's connected, I have the auto unlock, so it instantly unlocked when I did that. But you can turn off the auto unlock, and then, again, press the button, cover the speaker. Okay. I guess... Yeah, so I guess the only way you can really lock it is if you undo it and then redo it and then press the button.
Oh, it's bearable if you cover up the speaker.
Yeah, if you cover it up, it's not terrible. But, okay, so there's a vibration function, and I guess that vibrates the box. Notification, change password, and unlock. So, reading through the little booklet they gave you, my foot doesn't even need to be here. Reading through the little booklet that they give you, apparently, like, if you try to, like, unlock it, like, you can set off an alarm, I guess. I'm going to try to see if I can set off the alarm. I have vibration and notification on, so I'm assuming maybe that sends a notification to my phone. I'm not entirely sure how it does that if Bluetooth is too far away. That's kind of hard, so I don't really know. But like, trying to press the button and like unlock it. Oh wow, that sucks. It's in locked position and I just pulled it out.
So you were...
I was able to just grab it and yank it, and it like came undone perfectly fine. Like I still can't press the button. I just pulled this out, like no problem.
Oh.
Like I'm not a tough guy, right? Like, let's unlock it. And now it just unlocked, which is kind of pointless. Let's try that again. Let's see. Okay, so connect failed. It's powered off position. I'm gonna lock it. It's gonna beep. 3 beeps. Should be in a locked position. Oh goddamn. So it might be doing that because maybe I'm tampering with it, I guess. Because yeah, so if you tamper with it, because like if I shake it, I can make the alarm go off. So let's do that first. I guess I don't know. Apparently, if you try to unscrew it too, let's do that. This will probably set the alarm off. So if somebody were to come up and try to gank your shit, and they like happen to have a little screwdriver on them because they're like a jewel thief, and they want your $100 bike that you got off Craigslist, used with a flat tire. And they drop screws like nobody's business. Because theoretically, if you take the batteries out, like again, it's unlocked. So theoretically, if you take the batteries out, you should be able to just not only disable the alarm that goes off, which I already unscrewed it, so all I have to do is pop this off, and yeah, the alarm might go off. But I just pop the batteries out, and it'll kill the alarm. And then also, it will no longer retain the lock function, so you should be able to just unlock it from there anyways, but it suited it. Okay. So that didn't set off the alarm so far. Take those out.
Thought that was supposed to set off the alarm, taking the batteries
It did
off.
not set off the alarm, but it also didn't unlock it. So it's technically locked, like I can feel it. This button doesn't depress. But let's see if I can yank it out again. Okay, no, I guess it just didn't put it in good enough the last time. Alright. Okay, cool. So I guess the first time was kind of a shit try, but alright, let's see if I can actually get this off my bike now.
Well, what makes the alarm go off?
That's what I'm curious of, actually.
Because weren't you making the alarm go off earlier?
That does it.
Putting the batteries back in?
Yeah, so I guess when you put the batteries back in after you take it out, like you chicken out and you're like, oh, I tried to take the batteries out and it didn't unlock it. Like, damn. Oh, you know what? At this point, I'm just kind of trying to brute force it. Like,
so you're not going to be able to, let's say a burglar goes up and takes the batteries out and wasn't able to unlock it, and then you go up to unlock your bike and there's no batteries in there, you're screwed. You're not going to be able to unlock your bike till you go buy some batteries, and then the alarm's going to go off, and then people are going to be like, why are you stealing your own bike?
Yeah, you're going to be walking down to the gas
The
station.
alarm should be going off when the batteries are getting taken out. Which I thought was what it was supposed to happen.
Yeah, that would make... Well, I mean, when you take the batteries out, there's no power to run the alarm, so of course the alarm's not going to go off, right?
Yeah.
So I was, again, able to like just brute force this just by wiggling it a little bit. So I'm going to just, at this point, I'm going to put it in a locked position. I don't really care about the alarm. The alarm's kind of stupid anyways. It's just not really practical. You're not... If you're locking your bike... If you can hear the alarm, you can see the dude breaking, like, taking your shit, right? Like, the alarm is sort of pointless unless you're going to have, like, some vigilante come up and, like, try to, like, stop the guy that's stealing your bike. But if it goes off for 5 seconds until he gets the batteries out, like, it's just not practical.
So what's the purpose of that obnoxious beeping when you first lock it?
Seemingly nothing. Oh, when you lock it, it's just to tell you that, oh, hey, this is in a locked position, which is more of an alarm.
That's louder than the alarm.
That's louder than the alarm, yeah, which I thought was kind of funny. Like, you're locking
my ears are
bike,
still ringing from
sketchy.
that.
So
yeah.
okay, I'm gonna lock it. So here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I was able to yank this out a minute ago, and it's blinking red, which means it's in a locked position. This is connected, but I was able to pull it out just brute force. So I actually have to go in and unlock it in order to relock it because I was able to brute force it again. So I'm gonna just try.
So sometimes you're able to brute force it, and sometimes not.
Well, that was when the batteries are out, so I guess maybe that has something to do with it.
Okay.
So I just plugged it in.
And oh gosh.
Sorry. All right, So this happened to me earlier. Like I locked it, but okay, there we go. It didn't connect. Sometimes you have to like delete it and read it. All right. So what I'm gonna do at this point, it's locked. I'm literally just gonna sit here and fuck with it until I can get it open. Like, because I'm pretty confident that like I can press button. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, you said you were able to do it the first time because you probably didn't
yeah.
put
See,
in
like
good
I did,
enough.
no, I did it again.
Oh,
Like,
so
yeah,
this
so-
isn't foolproof.
not at all. Like it just takes a yank, and I'll tell you how to do it actually, because I already figured out exactly what to do. So I have to unlock it to relock it. Connection fails because it's not closed. All right, and it's in there. Like it's not like it's I'm not messing around here. All right. So that's the lock. Gotta wait for this thing to connect. In order to unlock it, I would have to do this, but I'm not gonna unlock it. Basically, to do it, to hack it, basically, I guess, is instead of just pulling on it, because that's not really gonna work. When it's locked, it has a little bit of like give to it. So you actually push it further in while pressing this button down.
Why are you telling burglars how to unlock these?
Because I work in security, so I guess that's probably why. Or I don't really work in security anymore, but I used to work in like network security, so. Yeah, so the button is like. Yeah, like it's not hard. You fuck with it enough and you're gonna get it, and it's not gonna be very difficult. So, I don't know. I'd probably just use a lock and key because that seems more practical. But it's clever. I mean, I think they just need to improve this mechanism. I don't even think it's the mechanism inside that's doing it. Well, maybe. I don't know. I feel like they just.
So what's your takeaway from this?
I don't know. I don't know how much it
How do you
costs.
feel about this product?
Well, it's good for a couple of things. First of all, there's not many people. Theft is a crime of opportunity, and people generally aren't gonna fuck with a lock that. If a bike is locked, people aren't generally gonna mess with it unless they like really want to steal your bike or whatever. And then furthermore, it blinks and it has this obvious speaker and like wireless thing. Like it's clearly an alarm of some sort. And that alone, like if I was going to steal a bike, right, which I wouldn't, but if I was going to steal a bike, this would be the last one that I would touch, given the fact that it has some sort of alarm system on there. And it's a lock, so it's a pain in the ass no matter what. Like looking at it, it's like that's not going to be easy to steal, and it looks like it's going to make a lot of noise, and that puts me at risk for getting in trouble, right? So that's kind of good. But and I don't know, maybe I just got a faulty one that maybe that's not the case with everyone. Maybe I'm doing something wrong with how tight I'm pushing it in. I really don't know. And honestly, it does take a little bit of work to like really get it. Like you kind of have to you have to try to like unlock it like brute force wise.
I don't even think a burglar would try to do that. Their first thought would be just getting bolt cutters.
Yeah, and that's another thing. If you were to use bolt cutters on this, I guess, if you were to use bolt cutters on this, it says that it's supposed to set off an alarm. So if this cable
But we're not
gets
going to try
cut,
that because I don't want to cut it.
Yeah, I would just ruin it. But here's the deal. If you were to cut this, it is supposed to set off an alarm. But thinking like as an engineer, the way that would work is this completes a circuit. When something from this side of the metal touches this side of the metal through this cable, it completes a circuit. When that circuit is broken, then it sets off the alarm, right? That makes sense. When you cut the cable, it sets the alarm off. Then why is it that when I pull this out, brute force wise, like that, why isn't the alarm going off? Because that circuit is technically not complete, right? Wouldn't the alarm go off at that point? So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, auto unlock is turned off, so that's not it. It's still blinking red, so like it still thinks it's locked. The circuit isn't complete, so theoretically the alarm should be going off if it works by completing the circuit from this end to this end. If it's not, if it just goes up to this and then back down into this, and there's a circuit in the same area that needs to be severed, then that would make sense because you cut the cable here, even though this being locked doesn't matter. That'd be a stupid design in my opinion, but maybe they couldn't get the lock mechanism. I don't know. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I unlocked it just now. I don't know the cost of it or
$30 range.
$30 range. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not bad. Like, just the fact that my biggest issue with it is I can just sit here and yank this thing out. Like, it's not locked right now. That's just it's me unlocking it. But the fact that I can yank this out is kind of a buzzkill. If it wasn't like that, again, I might just have a shitty one. But if that wasn't the case, then this would definitely be worth $30. But a lock that doesn't lock, I mean, it's worth the display value of having an alarm system attached to your bike, and that alone to me is worth, you know, a couple cents, you know, a couple bucks, you know, maybe $5, whatever. It has some functionality to it, but more than anything, the fact that it can be brute forced, to me, just kind of makes it like, you know, sorry.
Well, definitely the sound of it locking